Hi, I'm Jake Carter.
And I'm Nathan Carter.
And I'm Karen Bourne.
And welcome to The Carter Couch.
Yeah, so we're here in Liverpool. Yeah, we're going to play a gig tonight.
Jacob's sister went to dry
No!
Sorry, Scouts. Someone translate.
We have Mr. Keelan. What's your second name?
1,500 quid. Like I want to spend some time.
You ain't done us again, Homer.
I'll make the tea and you take her bra off.
You think why I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Falling in love.
Hey.
God nice and God bless.
I'll fucking eat you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jake.
And I'm Nathan.
And sadly, Karen isn't with us, but she has sent us a video. Here it is.
Hi everyone, I'm very sad. I'm very sorry that I'm not on the podcast this week and you have to just listen to them two gobshites without me making you all laugh. But on a lighter side, I will be back next week and I cannot wait to see you all then, even though I won't see you, but I can't wait.
And welcome back to
The Carter Couch.
Live from the tour bus, if these are a couch.
Yeah.
This is episode number 8.
Unbelievable. Flown by.
8? How have we got this
And growing
far?
every week.
Without killing each other. But we do have a slight change. Obviously, we are on tour at the minute. We are currently in Leeds.
Leeds tonight and
We're gonna-
Liverpool tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to film the first half of the podcast here in Leeds, and then we have a few more special guests that are going to be joining us tomorrow.
We've a lot of special guests this
We do.
episode.
The tour bus is full of talent
Yeah.
and full of...
Great musicians,
Jokers.
talented people, and just practical jokers.
So strap in. It's going to be a bit of a crazy episode, but stick with us, and here it is.
Yeah. Here we go.
So on tour with us this week, we have some extremely talented people that are going to be joining us on the podcast. You've heard us mention him before, whether it's his homemade sandwiches, his Tinder troubles, or his mediocre modelling. Will you please welcome to the podcast, Mr. Sean O'Reilly, everybody.
Come on, Sean.
How are you, Sean?
Thanks very much. Thanks
You're
for having
very
me.
welcome to our tour bus. Not
Cheers.
that you've been here before, but it's now our podcast studio.
It's lovely. Feels very familiar now, yeah.
And who else is with us here, Nathan?
Well, sitting beside me is the very talented fiddler herself. No stranger to podcasts, as she has been on many a podcast with the two Johnnies.
Boo.
She's just an all-round, very talented person, wonderful piper, great whistle player,
And she
great
plays a box.
dancer. She plays the accordion as well, do you?
Yeah.
And I, by the way, I did hear that she's a very good broadcast reader as well.
She's going to be doing some impressions later on in
Do
the
some
podcast.
impressions.
Don't go anywhere.
Give it up
for
for
them.
Tara Howley. Everybody.
Woo! You're very welcome with us, Tara.
Thank you very much. That was a fantastic intro. I might get that in a voice note and just send that out.
So we're going to start, as we always do, with some of your messages from last week. We want to say a big happy birthday to Winifred, who says she loves listening to the podcast every week and can't wait to see Nathan's revenge for the prank. We want to give a big shout out. Is the revenge coming?
Definitely.
That's for you to find out.
right.
Never you mind.
Doesn't have time to even scratch his hole, never mind do a prank. We want to say
Never
a
mind
shout
my
out
hole.
to Shannon from County Clare.
Ew, up the
She
banner.
could be Shannon from Shannon.
She could be.
Shannon's in Clare, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. You
Be
from
Claire
Clare?
Shannon.
I am a clear woman.
Oh, very good.
So Shannon goes through Clare and Limerick.
Look at you pretending like you didn't just Google it.
know.
Who says she loves listening to the podcast last week. She agrees so much with last week's putting long voice notes in the bin. The worst part is when people send the first 30 seconds of a voice note apologising for sending the voice note in the first place. It drives me absolutely crazy. We can all agree with that. A big shout out to Colette from Aylesbury in England, who says she loves our topic on expensive coffee the other week, but feels like we missed the most important question of all. What is the best biscuit to have with your coffee? Are you a dunker or are you a dipper?
Oh, dunker.
That's the same thing, isn't
I'm a
it?
dunker.
Dipper.
And I have the biscuit.
What's your favourite biscuit
Best-
for a cup of coffee?
Well, the best
Don't say
dunker.
wagon wheel.
We've had this discussion before.
What is
I
You
it?
were
hate
dying
wagon
for him
wheels.
to
Do
say
you know what
wagon
it
wheel.
is?
I hate wagon wheels.
What is it?
It has to be a
Horrible.
ginger nut for a dunker.
ginger nut?
Oh, they're the strongest
Never knew
biscuit.
you were into
No, they
ginger.
don't.
Yeah.
They all crumb. They crumb.
No, they're savage.
Have you seen the Peter Kay sketch on biscuits?
The hobnobs.
The hobnob.
The
Dunk
SAS.
me again!
The SAS of the biscuit world.
And then the rich tea, when you put a rich tea into the tea and it just goes...
I need to watch that.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
That's so true.
What's your favourite
Yeah.
biscuit for a cup of tea or coffee?
Controversial, but I love jammy dodgers.
Jammy
Ooh.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Karen loves a jammy Dodger. She'll, even though she's not here today, she would have
Yeah.
liked that one, yeah.
Karen.
But I
Got
don't
your
know
back.
about dipping the jam in tea.
No, because you just dip a little
The
bit of
outside.
it in. The outside, so the jam is only kind of like in the rim.
My favourite biscuit, and I only get them at Christmas, is the Fox's chocolate
they're
rings.
nice.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, and they do white chocolate ones now. But you know what I've started doing, which I'm probably going to get a bit of slack for this, but dipping a croissant into your coffee.
Really?
Have you ever done it? Don't knock it till you try it. It's absolutely
Well, it would be
unreal.
nice because especially, do you get like a flat white or do
Yeah,
you
flat
get,
white, and they
Yeah.
do it like
There's
the
a little bit of
foamy bit
foam,
at the
yeah.
top. Oh, and it has to be the end of the croissant.
let's
'cause
try
it's
that
the
now.
crunchy bit. Yeah, so there we go.
What kind of a croissant?
Just plain.
Plain.
'Cause then I
Jane.
can
You
share
know,
it with
Sean
Lenny.
likes an
That's why I do
almond
that.
croissant.
I'm an almond croissant.
Almond?
Yeah.
She's very posh.
Yeah.
They don't have them in Cavan.
They do now. I'm importing them, so.
Finally, there's another message here that says, please keep my name anonymous to avoid further embarrassment. Excuse me. For context, I would like to let you know that I have mild hearing difficulties.
Hey?
Last summer,
What?
what did you say? I brought my mum to a Nathan Carter show in Tullamore. We had a fantastic night. Nathan was incredible. Yeah, right. I can now see why my mum is such a big fan. After the show, however, mum saw people lining up to get pictures with Nathan and she wanted one, so we joined the queue and chatted away to his lovely fans. Jeez, this is a long message. It wasn't long until it was our turn. I took a picture of my mum with Nathan first, and then it was my turn. Nathan put his arm out to welcome me in for a picture and said what I heard as, "Get in my bed." I will admit that he's
not
a fine
expecting
looking
that.
thing, but I thought it was a bit forward. I wasn't quite sure if I had heard him right, but my mum and the guy working for Nathan added "ooh" as a sound effect, which I took as confirmation that he had said something cheeky. I didn't know where to look. This goes on and on and on. As I stood there surrounded by his predominantly female fan base, I wondered to myself, does he say things like this to everyone? I mean, he does get knickers thrown at him on stage, so it's not a long shot, is it? Afterwards, anyway, Mum asked me if I was okay, as I didn't look like myself. According to her, I appeared starstruck. When I repeated what I had heard Nathan say, she erupted into laughter, telling me that he did not say "get in my bed." He actually said "lady in red."
I'm glad
She
that
was in a
the
red
ending.
dress, clearly.
She finishes it off with, was it the former or the latter? It was most probably the latter, but if it was the former, my number is 083-467, and she didn't leave a name. So
Leave a
there's
picture.
a nice. She did actually leave a picture.
Right.
I don't know if I can put it because she wants to stay anonymous, but she was wearing a red dress.
Okay. Well,
So
then.
did you say "Lady in Red" or
Yeah,
"Get in my bed"?
I always do that. If there's a woman in a red dress, I'll sing a line of Lady in Red by
Not "Get in my bed."
Not Get in My Bed.
That's
no.
very
Funny
forward. So anyway, this
Wouldn't
week
even fit in me bunk.
you definitely wouldn't.
Yeah,
hear.
no.
How are you finding the bunks, guys? Comfortable
Grand,
enough?
yeah. I've taken the bottom bunk this time. and
Oh, different.
I was a top bunker for a while there.
Do you like being on top or on the bottom?
I like being on the bottom.
On the bottom. Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Say, put your mic up.
All right.
You think why I'm doing this?
It's like one of the guys. Yeah, bottom bunk.
Did you go top bunk or bottom bunk, Tara?
I'm top bunk.
Top bunk gets
Yeah.
the window, you see. It's
Yeah.
that's the difference. I like watching where we are.
Sometimes it's like a draft with the window, so.
Oh.
But it's easier, I think, with.
By the way, John Ben told a really funny story last night. The Carl who used to be in the band,
Yeah.
he had a nightmare one night and had like a really bad dream and thought that the bunk was caving in on him. So he kicked and pushed the bunk and John was on the top bunk and he raised him that far that his face was pressed up against
Oh, God.
the
He
whole
must have
bunk
strong
lifted
legs.
up.
Jesus.
No nightmares on the bus. Anyway, so this week on the Cards Couch, things are slightly different. We are obviously coming to you from our tour bus. We are currently in Leeds and we're going to be in Liverpool tomorrow, and the tour bus is full of different characters. So we have Sean and Tara with us, and you're going to meet some of the other band and some of the other crew throughout the episode. But this week, did anyone get up to much this week? I was in Portugal for 3 days, I would like to say.
Wow.
Nice for some.
It was lovely. It wasn't that sunny, but it was just nice to be away. And I love giving out about Ryanair, right? But I have to say, the flight over cost me.
Giving out about
I do, right? But the flight cost me 20
Poor
quid.
O'Leary.
Wow.
I'm sure he's not.
He's
too
not poor
fussed.
anyway.
No, he's definitely not poor.
The flight was 20 quid. I got on. I had the nicest. What's it when it's a male air hostess? What's his name? Is that just an air steward, or is it still a hostess?
An
An
air host.
Host.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. But anyway, whoever he was, I didn't get his name, was so sound. He was like the nicest fella. It was 6 a.m. in the morning. I didn't really want to chat with anyone, but he was like, "Oh, welcome on board, Jake and Karen, and where's Lenny? Did you not bring him?" Really nice fella.
Jesus.
But then We got the first like 6 rows to ourselves. There must have been about 20 or 30 people on the flight. It was the one time on Ryanair I actually
And he mentioned the dog. That's 10 points
He
for
did,
him.
but then Karen was like already upset because she was leaving Lenny, so I was like, oh.
Did you
here
get
we
like
go.
extra leg room? Not that you'd need it or anything, but
All 6 foot of me could spread out.
all 5'2" of them.
Yeah. So, but Portugal was lovely. Did anyone else get up to
I've
anything
never been
this
to
week?
Portugal.
It was nice. Went to Villamora.
Albufeira, was it? Oh, no,
Well, we actually did go to Albufeira for like a day, but it was a bit like miserable out. I preferred Villamora, but there was like lovely boats, really nice big boats and stuff. So
I was playing for a wedding in Limavady.
Limavady,
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
County Derry, is it?
Yeah.
County Derry.
Yeah.
Oh. What about you, Sean?
I went to Ballinasloe.
Ballinasloe?
Yeah,
What for?
for my holidays.
Yes,
you were there, yeah.
Closing, yeah.
We went to so JP that plays in the band. His partner has a bar for the last 19 or 20 years,
I think. Yeah.
and she was having like a closing
A
night,
closing
and we
down
were
party.
invited to go, and there was loads of music.
It was sad for her, but it was,
That was a nice
Yeah.
sad though.
yeah.
But it was-
She's worked really hard for 20 years, and now is getting out to the
Nice
business.
send
So.
off. And did you just drink all of the drink that was left?
no, we didn't drink at all. It was quiet night.
We didn't drink at all.
Yeah.
But we had
I'll
a
see you
trad
in the
session.
morning.
Donald Murphy,
It is the
Joni
morning.
Madden, Sharon Shannon couldn't make it. But really good crack, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it was
a lot
brilliant,
of trad
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
And did you get up to
singing
much
and-
farming this week? Because
Um,
little do people know. People, we actually talk about you a lot on this podcast, Sean.
Yeah.
But people don't probably really know you that much. But you like farming.
Tell us
maybe?
where you're from and what you do.
Well, I'm from County Cavan.
From Cavan.
Yeah, Ballyconnell.
You
on
can
the
tell
border
because he
of
doesn't buy
Fermanagh.
around.
I do share my sandwiches. I'm going to make that clear.
I've never been offered a bite of your sandwich.
I 100%. So you're never in Belfast Airport with us?
True.
Yeah.
True. Do you make the sandwiches on tour as well?
No. I just make them when I'm.
We actually always have a yogurt of an evening though.
Yeah.
That's our little
Me and
ritual.
You're the
Jay
only
Cherry,
man
but-
that I know who eats a beef sandwich,
Really?
and I love beef with a bit of salt on.
With a bit of
Class.
brown sauce?
But I don't know anyone else that
Really?
eats beef on
Must
a
be a
sandwich.
Cavan thing.
Beef sandwich.
But yeah, no, I do a little bit of farming when I'm at home. So
How many cattle do you have?
we had 6 or 7. And
Dairy
then
or a dry stock?
just dry stock, yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
We
really?
just got 4 calves, yeah. I was feeding them before I came here.
I seen that actually, yeah.
What is
have you-
going on?
Yeah, so
Do you have any ponies?
we had horses. I actually had 6 horses this year.
Oh, so you don't get to feed the pony.
No.
God.
Nathan, you're so happy with your little joke.
Delighted with that.
And tell us, Sean, I'm sure all of our listeners are wondering, how has Tinder been this weekend?
Yeah.
Tinder, I haven't looked at it all week.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, tell him the truth.
No,
Oh,
do you know what the
shite.
funny thing is?
Okay, we're going
The
to
rest-
name the cities, the towns. Oban. Any use?
Oban, no.
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 Not much to swipe.
Where were we?
We were in Edinburgh last night.
Yeah, didn't even look at it.
Have you got repetitive strain syndrome, as Karen
I
calls it?
actually have, yeah.
And
I think
tonight
I've
we're
got
in
carpal
Leeds.
tunnel from it.
That's not from swiping.
Tonight we're in Leeds. Oh, Janie, Mac.
Oh, no, cut that out.
Have you been on Tinder in Leeds?
Haven't been on Tinder yet, but the rest of
Leeds
the band.
is full of students.
Do you know
Is
what
it?
I have to say though, Sean? Right, from going out,
So
obviously
I've been
you're a young single lad. I've never met anyone who's so kind of really good at old-fashioned just going up and chatting to someone.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Brilliant.
I prefer that.
You've
than
a
Tinder.
good chat.
You're good at chatting
But
up
it's
women.
very basic chat. It's just like, how are you?
Go on, practice, right? Tara's
got
the woman
6
at the bar.
cattle.
Tara's the woman at the bar, right? You don't know her. Her name
Yeah.
is Beatrice.
How's it going? Where are you from?
Tara, come on! Okay, Beatrice has a Dublin accent. Go.
I'm from Dublin. Where are you from?
I'm from a place called Cavan.
Where's that?
It's just like
Is that even a place? Is that in England?
you're missing out. You need to come to Cavan.
Where is it?
It's like beside Fermanagh. Do you
No,
know
you're
Fermanagh?
still from Cavan.
Right, okay, he's much better in the actual
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
we're going to go for a quick break and we're going to be back with this week's Jake's Take. Ooh. Hello everyone, and we are back with this week's Jake's Take on the Carter Couch. For this week, I'm actually going to do a part 2 because a few episodes ago, my Jake's Take was flying etiquette, right? But this week, I'm going to call it airport antics because it's not just when you're on the plane, right? I want to talk about different situations when you're going through an airport, right? The first thing that really annoys me, and it's happened twice this week, is people standing on a travelator. Do you know, like them walk and escalator things, right?
Yeah.
And they're there to like speed up the process, especially in Dublin when you've got to do a 5k just to get to the gate.
Yeah.
But like people standing on them. It's just so annoying. And then you get couples that stand on them and hold hand in hand beside each other.
Yeah, that is annoying. Yeah.
It's just,
That is very
do you
annoying.
agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone got anything else in an airport?
First world problems.
It is,
I-
yeah, I know. But sure, look, we're doing a podcast.
I
We're
have-
be chatting about. Anyone else?
I have. Well, it's not really something you can change, but we were coming through Belfast the other morning.
Mhm.
And obviously you have to take off your hat and your jacket and belt, blah, blah, blah. So I took off all my bits and pieces and...
You weren't meant to take your jeans off, Sean.
What? So put my hat on top of, like, my bag, went through... So it went through the scanner, walked 4 metres through everything, waiting for the bag, comes through, no hat. This hat. So
It's a nice hat.
Yeah, it is a nice hat, yeah.
Was it expensive?
Well, I might have exaggerated the security guy that it was like €60, but it was like probably €40. I don't know.
It's a new hat.
Yeah.
And, it's
And
a
what
nice
happened
hat.
to the hat?
So the hat was gone, so it travelled like 4 metres through the machine, and the bag came out, no hat. And I said to the guy, "Sorry, any chance you could grab me hat? Has obviously fallen off." And he was like, "Well, it should be like it should have come through the machine." And I was like, "Yeah, well, it's obviously fallen off." So he kind of walked, like reluctantly walked over the machine. He's looking under it and kind of like comes back. Is sorry, it's not there. And I was like, "No, it has to be there. Like it's gone. It's 4 metres. It's travelled 4 metres. Where it's there, like." So he went off again, and he was kind of just, you could tell he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. So he done a few laps and then come back, and then he just kind of walked out and was kind of walking off as if he was going to get on a tea break or whatever. So I followed him. I said, and he looked with my hat, and he goes, "Can't find it. You're going to have to go and talk to a manager."
Oh.
And I was like, but I said, "Is that not your job?" I said,
Yeah.
"You asked me to take off my bits and pieces, and now I said you've lost
you've
my
lost
hat."
me hat.
And he goes, "Well, what kind of hat is it?" And I was like it's rip curl or something. I said, "It's worth 60. I told him it was worth 60 quid. And he was like, "Well, there's nothing I can do about it." I said, "Man, like
And
you
it's
have to do,
in there
you
somewhere.
have to do something." Like,
Did you get the hat back?
yeah, well, he so
Chick.
oh wow.
How did it end?
So he told me to go and talk to like a manager, and I was like, that's not that's your job. So he went off again and looked, and it was just in the machine. Like clearly
It
it was
was
in the
there
machine.
all
Yeah,
along.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I find that airport staff at the security
yeah.
are very grumpy all the time.
Yeah. And do you know when you find
There's
a
never any
non-grumpy
crack with
one?
them,
like, No, no.
It
So
makes
you,
such a difference.
yeah, but your whole mood changes
Yeah.
then for the rest of your day.
Like it obviously must be a stressful
I know
enough
they have
job
to be
for them
strict,
all to be like
and
that.
to be fair to them, they probably have to repeat the exact same thing
thing all
every
day
2
long.
Well,
minutes.
it does annoy me if there's someone in front of you who, for instance, like has a full deodorant in the bag or a bottle of water.
Yeah.
It's
Like
come
Patrick.
on, like there's signs everywhere. Does Patrick do that? Does he?
He got
Oh,
his,
yeah, Patrick tried to
deodorant
bring-
and aftershave
Yeah.
and
A razor.
He had a
But he
cutthroat
tried
razor.
to bring a cutthroat razor to the airport.
brought it
like
through
a proper one.
security.
He's like, that is
And then
clearly
he
a
couldn't
blade.
understand why they took it off him.
He was raging.
And then he was like, "Well, just take the razor and I'll keep the actual the mechanism where the blade slips in."
Patrick, who is 18 and has about 2 hairs on his chin as well,
no.
using a cutthroat razor.
Really?
Yeah, but no, they are in general very, very grumpy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the TSA airport staff? They're quite grumpy, I find, as well. But like you don't.
Well, yeah,
really
like you
mess
said,
with
when
them.
you find a nice one, you're just like, "Oh my god, thank you so much!"
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
I remember
Yeah.
when we were coming back through America, me and Karen, and you're going back through like the customs, and your man says to Karen, "Where are you heading?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just going home." He's like, "No, I mean like, where are you going?"
Oh, that's so
It's
low.
like Dublin. Right, one last thing on airport antics is when you're deboarding the plane. I don't know if that's the correct term, but you know when you're getting off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually did a video on this ages ago on TikTok, but there's always idiots that are in a rush that like push past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as soon as it lands, they
They
stand
stand
up and
Oh,
grab the
up
that's
bag
straight
and
away,
go.
and then
annoying.
they're just standing
Yeah.
there, and you're
And it's
sitting,
like
and they're yeah.
it's just go row by row. Do you know,
Yeah.
like have a bit of manners.
But you know if you're sitting on the outside seat
Yeah.
and the person that you don't know is beside you and they stand up and they're kind of like
Leaning over
you
top,
know,
yeah.
just like, yeah. Calm
Sit down.
relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Chill, man.
Easy.
Right. Anyone else got anything to add with our airport antics?
Yeah, you know how the seat goes back.
Oh yeah, on some of the planes, yeah.
So let's just say it's in the middle of the flight and you're allowed to move the seat back and people are putting down their little trays and they're getting all settled, and then next thing, like, you've something on your tray, they've given you a drink of water or whatever, and then someone just goes without even giving you any notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
they just push it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, yeah, it happened one time and like my drink literally spilled because now they went ham on it. They were like,
they fully threw it back.
Yeah,
like,
and I was
they
like,
didn't do the whole like.
no,
checking
you
back
just
to
did
see.
like even just like a little kind of graceful, just kind of like just check to kind of let them. You don't even have to say anything, but it's just kind of like.
Yeah,
oh, and then you kind of go
pushing this
slowly.
back, yeah.
That's
like
really
just
annoying, yeah.
like hold it slowly and just be like, okay, I'm going back now. But this one was literally like.
Bang.
And I was so mad, and I was like, I can't do anything about this.
What
What
did
am I
you
going
do?
to do? And then they had
Did you put
headphones
your
on.
Dublin accent on?
Yeah, what the f*** are you doing? Yeah, fucking Egypt. The alter ego. By the way, for context, I was doing a play and I had a character. My character was Nora, so I had to like embody this.
Where in Dublin was Nora from?
No
She
fucking
Italian?
idea. Whatever she was, she sounded like that, alright?
It's actually very good though. Yeah, so
Have you
what-
always been into acting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always into acting, but I was always put in the orchestra then because there was not enough musicians and always
Okay.
loads of like musicals and stuff in school.
You're a
But I'd always
woman
have
of
loved
many
to-
talents.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Can we just hear your news reading voice?
Oh yeah, give me
'Cause it's
something to
very
read.
good.
Okay.
Let me read out something there.
Just name where we are this week and what we're doing and what we're on tour.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Leeds at the moment in the UK. Beside me, we have Sean O'Reilly on drums, Mr. Jake Carter on microphones and laptop and thumbs in the air, and we have Nathan Carter here, who is actually performing a sold-out show. It's reported today that Nathan Carter this is his 5,000th show. And we're very happy. Nathan, have you got a few words to say?
Yeah. Thanks for buying tickets. It's amazing to be here.
Thank you, Nathan. That's all. This is Tara Howley reporting from the Carter Couch in Leeds.
Brilliant. Right, before we move on, I've one last thing that I want to add as well that I've just remembered to the airport antics. I think everyone does this, but does anyone else get really awkward, right? When you're going in after security and you go and get the obligatory aftershave spray, but you do it and you look around to see if anyone's watching or if like the woman is standing, the one
And
that you want, and
sneakily
you're
try
like,
to just
oh.
spray it on you.
Does
yeah.
everyone else do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I did it on the way over.
Okay, yeah. How many sprays is too many sprays? I probably do about 6.
Oh, I do at least 3 or 4.
About 3 and 4.
Because
I do
always-
it on my like my wrist, my neck, and then I just put one on my clothes because
I
there's nothing
always
worse
get the
than
aftershave that I have with me as well. It's
yeah,
just like
because
a
you don't want to
top-up.
use it.
Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
and
just
also because
generally-
it's in your bag in the little like liquids bag, so you're not going to go rooting through that.
Yeah.
So you just get it
It's
there.
like
yeah,
a free bit.
But
and
you
then they
do-
come over and they're like, "Can I help with anything?" You're like, no, just having a look. Like, knowing full well that's my perfume.
Do you
I've
do-
just
Yeah.
Go on, what were you going to say?
Do you do the whole time, like pretending, going, oh,
Yeah,
I might
totally.
get this, I
What's
might
the
get
price?
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really ask. So, is there any offers on
Yeah,
any of these,
yeah.
or what's the story?
And
As
you-
I've done fucking half a
Yeah.
bottle.
But it is. Does anyone else feel embarrassed about it though? You're
Yeah.
kind of like, oh Jesus, you'd need more than aftershave, mate. Where's Patrick and his cutthroat razor? Oh God. Right, I just want to mention that. Right, we're going to have a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be coming back to you very shortly with our in the bin section.
Welcome back to the Carter Couch in a different location this week.
Live
We're
on
on
the
the tour bus, live from Leeds, and we've got Tara and Sean O'Reilly with us, filling in for.
Married couple,
We've got-
Tara and Sean O'Reilly.
We've got matching. Look at us.
oh, we
got
have
match-
matching feet.
Do you know what,
Can
Tara?
we just see these as well?
You're the
Can you
only
see that?
person that's on tour that actually likes Crocs like
Purple
me.
and purple.
And they light up. I have a light up unicorn.
Light up, light
Light
up.
up.
So funny
As if
story
you have a
about
Croc.
Crocs before we go to our
I said
in-
croc.
I did not say get in my bed.
Before we go to the in the bin section, funny story about Crocs. Do you know the little gibbets
Yes.
that are on it? So my mum thought years ago, about 5 years ago, we were talking about Crocs, and she thought that they were called jizzbits.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
Really?
Noreen was calling the little things in the Crocs jizzbits for ages. We're going to welcome Mr. Keelan Kelly to the Cards Couch as he's just walked in. Come on and sit down, Keelan. You're more than welcome. We are now going to do our in the bin section. Just watch my very, very sturdy cameras there. That's the generator as well, by the
get
way,
through there.
for anyone that's
No,
listening
it's
on
terrifying.
Spotify or
Sit wherever-
Apple Podcasts
sit down
or
there.
wherever you get
Sit
your
wherever you
podcasts. Right, the in the bin section is the section where we take all of the suggestions and we vote whether we want to put them in the bin or not. Is there someone else there that wants to come in? John Byrne. Come on, John Byrne, come and sit down. Do us a favour, just check that them cameras are picking up Keelan. Oh, we Patrick as well. Patrick, you can come and sit too. Come on, squash in. So the in the bin section is where we all vote whether we want to put something into the bin or not.
Nicely
We
done,
are now
John.
joined by John Byrne, who is the resident saxophone, whistle, piano,
Hello.
harmony. What else do you do?
I eat Chinese food.
Eat Chinese food. Right, we're going to have to take turns with the microphone because we've a busy tour bus now. Right, the first thing that I want to put in the bin today, can we take a vote on, is uneven tables in coffee shops. So today, right, this morning I thought I was very businesslike, went and found a lovely coffee shop in, I was going to say Edinburgh. We're not in Edinburgh, we're in Leeds today. Sat down, ordered myself a poached eggs with sourdough toast, you know, like the proper toast, and had my laptop out, had my AirPods on, phone out. I was already awkward because I was sitting by myself. I don't get that. When you're sitting in a restaurant by yourself, I was like, everyone's watching me, right? First thing that I do, went to like cut this sourdough toast, and sourdough's hard cut into. But the table then just took a wonky leg, and the coffee, the flat white, went all over me, and I was like, oh no. Everyone was watching me. Yeah.
So you want to throw tables
So
in
I
the
want to
bin?
throw uneven tables into the bin. Can we have a show of hands, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a unanimous decision. Right.
It's annoying
And
when
you-
you're sitting across from somebody and it's really
Throw that
loud.
man a microphone. Say
You know,
that again.
You know what's really annoying if you're sitting across from somebody and it's not close enough.
And you don't know what to do with your hand.
No, it's and the table's wobbling. So when the person on the other side is like eating their food, the tables go that way, and then when you're
it's a constant
over
fight.
and
And
back,
then you get so many napkins to put them underneath to try and eat
yeah,
around the table.
or beer mats or
Yeah,
something.
Tara, talking to that mic.
Oh yeah, no, just
You're a TV presenter.
I know.
You should
I'm
do
sorry.
this.
I'm not in my presenting. It's back. I'm back.
Our budget only stretches to 4 mics currently. Sorry, guys.
Just explain
Nonsense.
again who we've got sitting on the couches.
Good afternoon, folks. We're very delighted that you are still tuned into this podcast. Yes, I said very delighted. I know. We have Mr. Keelan. What's your second name? Mr. Keelan Bass. Is it Kelly or Kenny? Kelly.
Keelan Kenny.
Keep going. I'm going
So
to
we've
check the cameras.
Keelan Kelly on bass. Hello.
Hello.
We have Mr. John Byrne over there. Say hi, John.
How are we?
And then we have Mr. Patrick Bell.
Well, folks.
Well, folks, how are you getting on now?
Patrick, we were actually just telling the story of you with your cutthroat razor blade as well. Oh, wow. How you got it confiscated.
Oh, I was raging.
And tell us, are you going to...
Oh, I was raging.
Oh, he was raising.
Absolutely.
He
ripping.
wasn't raising. He'd
Are you going to
done.
buy a new one?
I'm not buying a new one, no.
And do you bring many weapons on holiday with you?
there now.
I don't often bring weapons, you know, but sometimes... it's one of the many.
Right, guys, let's get back to the podcast. Has anyone got anything they would like to
I've
put
got it
into
in the bin, and
Okay.
it's not really... Well, I know we all need clean sheets in hotels, but I think it's the way
That is the
they
minimum
position
we
them at the end of the
expect.
bed, and they tuck them really, really tight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you put your legs into the bed, and next minute you're trying to kick the sheet off.
You're locked in.
You get aggressive.
And then
then.
you twist your ankle trying to move the
What are
sheet.
you trying to do in the bed?
So yeah, just I don't
You
know.
wanna put
do
it-
they really need to be tucked that tight?
It looks fancy.
It looks nice,
when
but
Karen
it's
does it
not.
at home, I'm like, yeah, I feel like
Like if
that's
you've got
very
fat
well
legs, you're absolutely
presented.
bollocksed because you couldn't fit them in.
True. But
Yeah.
you know,
It's very
sometimes it's
annoying.
kind of like a nice little cocoon. Keeps you up. No?
Depends
No,
on the-
if it's a double bed though, I have to do the little tuck with the. Does anyone else do that? Like you lift up the duvet and you put it under your legs.
And then
No?
you fart and then put it over.
No, that's what you do. I'm talking about.
Too far. Too far. Right, has anyone else got anything they want to put in, the bin? Are we going to put that into the bin? I think that was a poor one, to be honest. Nick.
Okay, go
I
with
was
the
going to put paper bags in the shop.
In the south of Ireland, they use paper bags, whereas in the north they use plastic.
Like
Do you not have to pay for your bags?
Not paper bags.
Not paper bags, no. But you
No,
see, the
no,
paper bags
pay
have
for
no.
your bags. Sorry, Scouse. Someone translate. Do you not have to pay for your
We
bags?
do have to pay for plastic
Plastic
bags, but
bags, yeah.
they give you like.
Oh, sorry, you were saying you don't have to pay for paper ones.
Yeah, but there's no
Okay,
handle
sorry.
on the paper one.
Well, yeah, there's no handle, but if you get like 2 litres of milk and we'll say bread, tea bags, like
Yeah,
eggs,
all the essentials to make a
breakfast,
sandwich.
and you're halfway back
Make
to
a
the
beef
house.
sandwich.
You're halfway back to the house, and the arse is falling out of the bag.
Especially if it's raining.
Yeah, if it's raining as well. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I
So
would
we're throwing
agree.
paper bags in the bin. In
yeah, in
the
the
bag.
recycling bin,
The only time
In a plastic bin.
in the plastic bin. Yeah,
the only time I think paper bags are good is when you're in like a market, like a fruit and veg shop. I think that's good then, because it's like single items. But I do you like use reusable bags? Because I find I just buy them every time I go.
Yeah,
I
I buy
forget.
them every time and then I forget them. I leave them at
yeah.
home.
I'm
I
the
do that
same.
as well.
The house is full of them.
bags at home.
100? Do you count them?
Yeah.
Oh.
101 now.
That must have cost you. What's 100 times 15p?
I'm not good at maths, but it's about 8.
That's 1,500 quid. Right, I think we can all put paper bags in the bin, yeah?
I have another one.
Okay, go on.
This might be TMI, but anyway.
TMI, too
you go
much
into a
information
bathroom.
for anyone who is too old.
You go into a bathroom and the toilet seat, when it's wet, like, why don't you wipe the toilet seat down after you? It's every single time I go into the bathroom.
Talking about a specific location here,
Like
Tara?
a tour bus? Or?
No, actually, no, the tour bus is fairly decent, to be fair
I
to you.
have to say,
Toilet paper this morning, though.
Yeah, no.
how did we run out of toilet paper? You're not allowed to do
Someone
number
was
2.
wiping the toilet.
Do you know what I have to say, though? As
Well, I'm a
man-
woman, I have to use toilet paper. I guess.
Well, it's hard to avoid
True, sorry, yeah.
when the bus is moving. Like,
No,
That's
fair
very
enough.
true.
But
I
then
was just gonna
afterwards,
say-
The
clean
aim
it.
goes.
Huh?
But like afterwards, clean it up. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
every public toilet, like in a
Absolutely.
restaurant, in a
Yeah.
cafe, if the toilet seat is like and I get so annoyed about it every time. I'm like,
What are
why?
you doing in the men's toilets? That's what I want to know.
I'm working with you, fucking Aegis.
I have to say, while we're on the tour bus and it's driving and you really need to have a wee, I kind of wedge myself in.
Yeah.
Like, so you put your head against the ceiling and like try and wedge yourself
Yeah, I was
against the
going to
wall.
ask that.
Are you standing?
Why did you sit down?
Are you standing on a step? Or
It's,
how
a
are you
very,
reaching the
it's a very low ceiling, by the way, guys. But does anyone else do that? No?
Yeah,
Just
I
me?
wedge myself off the side.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you can't.
You're probably tall enough.
I kind of stand back.
No wonder there was piss on the mirror.
You have to stand back.
Oh, it was you. Jesus Christ.
I'll have you
We're
know.
going to have to try and find the culprit. Yeah, I think that's just common hygiene, though. If you piss on the seat, clean it up.
Yeah, but then I'm like, do people not see that when they leave? Like, it's.
Not when
Was it
they've
you,
had 7
Patrick, all along?
vodkas.
Well,
No?
when I go to the toilet, I actually lift the seat. So
Oh, good
if I
lad.
go for a pedal, you know.
Lad.
Does
Well done, Pete.
No, that's
only-
good etiquette.
I put it back down and done. Yeah.
Do you sit down on the tour bus toilet? I've never.
For a piddle.
Yeah, sometimes I sit down at home.
For a
If I'm feeling like I want to spend some time, I'll sit down, but I won't sit down on the tour bus.
Why? Is it not easier?
Because I feel like the toilet bowl isn't very big. So, you know, like, your bits are going to be dangling in the
big old
toilet.
arse,
It's, like, it's not that.
You
there's
should
not-
be so lucky.
There's not much depth. Do you know what I mean? The splashback would be unreal. Like,
It's probably the best. But
Wet balls.
It probably makes more sense.
does no one else think that? Is that just me?
It doesn't splash back. From a woman that sits on it.
you-
Like,
you
It
don't
depends
have
how
a-
powerful your piss is.
You don't have a willy.
You can't put tissue in that one. You don't
have a willy.
How do you know?
put tissue in that.
You know she doesn't have a willy.
Right. That's enough talk about toilet etiquette. Has anyone else got
I'm
anything
assuming.
they would like to add into the bin before we have to go and get some food before tonight's show? John Byrne, you look like you're contemplating life there. Have you anything
Chewing with
you'd
your
like
mouth
to do in the bin?
open.
Chewing with your mouth open.
I
Loudly.
think we've had that one actually.
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
Oh, I don't know,
Oh,
try
look
things.
at fucking Einstein over here. Misophonia.
Why's your voice so
I
high?
pronounced it right.
Oh, well, come here. You could have fooled us.
Or chewing really fast.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need to chew like a sandwich. There's no need for that. Like, I'm
Unless-
exhausted
That
thinking
was
about
some
it.
ASMR for our listeners at home.
What about a sweet corn?
Oh, moving swiftly on before that video gets shown on the podcast. Patrick, have you anything you would like to add into the bin? You look like you do. Give that man a
Sorry.
microphone.
Go on, Pete.
I would like to put farting in the turbos into the bin.
Farting on the where else are you meant to fart?
Who does that? Tara.
I
For
was
fuck's sake.
I was trying to get to sleep the other night, you know. I'd head down and the next thing I just heard.
Where was your head?
Are you on the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
I'm the top bunk.
Oh, Nan's below you, is she? Right, guys, that's all we have time for our In the Bin section. We'll be back with you when we are in Liverpool tomorrow. It's going to be a very quick journey for you guys, but for us, it's going to be a little bit longer. We'll see you after this short break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of this week's episode of The Carter Couch. We are back on the tour bus, but this time we are here in our hometown of Liverpool. And for this next section, we're going to head to our Nathan's Nuggets.
And my nuggets for this week is actually my granddad. So this is John McCoy. Everyone who doesn't know him,
Francis
Guy.
not
Guy.
Guy. It's Guy.
Gay.
Guy means another thing as well. We won't get into that.
I was what's the word after your baptism?
Christened.
No,
Confirmation?
that's the first one.
Oh, sorry.
Confirmation.
Yeah.
I took the name Guy after a little French boy called Guy de Fontgallon,
Right.
who died at the age of 11, and he was never known to have committed a sin.
Oh.
So I thought, after my confirmation, I will model my life on his.
And you never sinned
And I
once in your
lasted
life.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
What was the sin? Can we ask?
No.
Oh, can't divulge
No,
that
that's
information on a
between
podcast.
me and my maker.
Oh, very good. Well, what people don't know as well is it's going to be your birthday by the time this podcast is going out in just a couple of days. And tell all of our listeners and watchers, what age are you going to be?
What comes after 90?
91.
Correct.
They don't even
In
have
what?
that in bingo. You've passed the bingo score now.
Yeah.
Well, you're very welcome, Grumps, with us
Hey, by the
here.
way, Nan's always waiting for one.
She's always waiting on one number, isn't she?
Always, every week.
But you're very welcome to the first episode of The Carter's
Oh,
Couch
it's my,
with you.
my honour to
You've
be
watched all other 7 episodes, haven't you?
correct.
You're
yeah.
our biggest
Yeah.
fan. And
Yeah.
Grumps, for our listeners at home as well, also loves Instagram. You're a big Insta blogger, aren't you?
Very, very big.
Yeah, you love commenting.
Carter's are on every morning. Nathan, my next gig will be sold out, blah, blah, blah.
And tell everyone as well, before we do, we're going to do some jokes with you because you love a good joke, right?
Oh,
But
God,
you're
yeah.
also going to be singing tonight, aren't you? In the
yes.
Liverpool Philharmonic
What are you
Hall.
singing?
What song?
Well, it's a song that Elvis and I have been singing.
Elvis and I.
Elvis and I, yeah.
This is your big number, this one.
Think about it, my signature tune.
Mhm.
But Elvis also recorded it.
Yeah.
He did like a comic version.
Right.
Mine is the serious one. Are you lonesome tonight?
What's
Night-
the comic version? Can you give us the comedy line?
Oh,
in the
no,
song?
it was Elvis. He just talks in that.
Come on, give us the line.
He talks in that husky voice of his, you know.
Yeah. But what do you always change the words to when you
Are
sing?
your knickers too tight?
Aye. You
That
can't
seems-
sing that in the
seems
Philharmonic
to get
Hall.
a bit of. I do. And all the nuns all titter.
Titter?
In the front row,
What did
yeah.
you say about the nuns?
Yeah, they titter in the front row.
Right, okay. So, growing up, for a lot of people don't know as well, we actually call you Grumps. But I don't know where that nickname came from because you're not actually that grumpy. Did you
used to be.
Did you used to be more grumpy?
I'm getting there, though.
I don't think you were ever really grumpy with me. Were you?
Really, no.
No.
On the
But
school run.
It just stuck then, didn't
Tell
it?
them about the school run.
What about the school run?
You were very fond of eggy bread.
Eggy bread. Right.
Eggy bread.
That's
So
French
I'd-
toast for anyone
I'd
listening at
never
home.
made eggy bread in my life.
No.
So I got talking to one of these old codgers at the school gate, as you do. And I said, what's the secret of eggy bread? And he said, you've got to get your fat hot.
Okay, like
Okay,
the
I
oil.
said. So the next day I went home, put the fat in the pan, and went to school. And when I got back home, the place was nearly ablaze with the eggy bread.
You left the pan on?
I left the pan on.
Oh.
I was getting the fat out, wasn't I?
Cooking wasn't your forte,
Not
was it?
really, no.
The other
no.
one was
I am no Gordon Ramsay without the nightmares. No.
the other one was they used to run a guest house called the Real McCoy.
Yeah.
B&B.
And my nan took off one weekend and left my granddad in charge of making the breakfast for the guests.
No,
but
it was the dinner.
unfortunately,
No.
What was the dinner?
he put a can of beans, was it?
No, it was a mince pie. It was Christmas time.
And what
A
did you
mince
do with
pie?
the mince pie, Grumps?
I put it in a microwave.
And what happened?
With all the foil.
Kaboom.
The back kitchen was full of smoke. And that went out in the garden.
So you're not very good in the kitchen
Not
anyway.
chefing, no.
Right, so
no.
you've got 3 jokes
Tell
for
her
us,
the
haven't you?
jokes, yeah.
Right. Okay, give us your first joke.
First one, this is quite clean.
Okay.
I'm in a cab.
Yeah.
We get in and take off a little bit and I tap the driver on the shoulder.
Right.
Next thing, he takes off like a bat out of hell. Nearly hits the bus, misses about 6 cars and ends up on the pavement inches from a shop window.
Right.
Jesus Christ, I said, what caused all that? He said, well, I'll let you into a secret. This is my first day as a cab driver. You're my first customer. And for the last 20 years, I've been driving the hearse around.
That's good, that one. That's not dirty as well.
That's not dirty, no.
Very good. And you've another couple of jokes, have you?
Oh,
Where
another
do you get these jokes from?
Off Instagram, mainly.
So every time
Hilly
I ring...
Billy, Instagram.
Every time I have a phone call with Grumps, I don't know if you're the same.
Yeah.
You're stuck on the phone for 20 minutes because
Yeah.
he's got 3 or 4 new jokes that he's listened to.
Which
at
aren't
home.
always suitable for the stage.
No.
Definitely not.
Or
No.
mass. You couldn't
No.
be telling
Give us
them
the
at
next
mass.
one.
What's the next joke?
The teacher comes into the class and asks for a sentence using the word definitely. So little Mary, she's very nice, Mary, puts her hand up. When I wake up in the morning, miss, the sky is always sky blue. Definitely always sky blue. No, not true, Mary. In the winter it comes over cloudy and horrible, and not true at all. Billy puts his hand up. Miss, when I go to school, I look at the trees, and the leaves are definitely always green. Not true, Billy, she said. In the autumn they go a lovely golden brown.
Yeah.
Naughty Johnny puts his hand up.
Oh,
Hey, miss, he said, are there any lumps in a fart? So she thinks for a minute. I don't think so, Johnny. He said, well, I've definitely S-H-I-T myself.
That's a good one.
That's the best
That
one.
one's. And what's the rudest one? Tell us the one you were telling us before again about the dry cleaners. Do that one again.
The dry cleaner?
Yeah, what's the dry cleaning joke? Now, for our listeners at home, this one might be a little bit 18. Let's put it that way.
18 plus.
18 plus.
Yeah. Jacob sent his sister to
No,
dry.
let's not say Jacob sent his sister because that makes it awkward. Just say
Jacob's sister went to dry
no.
cleaner.
Don't make it about my sister. Don't say your sister because that's weird. Just say Sharon goes to dry cleaners.
Sharon goes to dry cleaners, Johnson's. Right. And as she's leaving, puts her nightie in, and as she's leaving, the assistant says to her, same again, Sharon. And she says, no, it's toothpaste this time.
Jesus Christ.
But this is my final joke.
The funny thing is, he said car, as in Karen. Yeah. He's been listening to Nan too much.
Anyway.
This is the final joke of the evening before you've got to get ready for stage.
Before I hang up. Okay.
Okay.
Grandpa and Grandma come to visit for the weekend. Mm-hmm. So I settle them in the room. And Grandpa comes out the bathroom with a little bottle full of blue tablets. So I said, hey, Pops, I said, don't be messing with them. They're very dangerous and they're very valuable. $10 a pop. Okay?
Fair enough.
Okay, he said. Anyway, when they're leaving on Monday morning, I looks under the pillow and I sees $110. Oh, Jesus, I said to myself. So I said to Pops, I said, you haven't taken 11 of these tablets, have you, Dad? And he said, no. He said, I only took one. The rest is off Grandma.
She took 10 of the blue tablets.
No.
What?
She enjoyed him having the one tablet. Oh.
I still don't get that. Why does she give her 110 then?
She's the one who's made up with him taking it.
Was it not 100 originally?
No, it's $10 a tablet. So he put his $10 there, and Grandma had put another 100. Thanks very much. It was a good night.
I'm still confused though. It's too difficult of a joke.
So, right, Grumps, thank you so much for joining us. Have you anything you would like to say to the listeners at home?
Well, I would like to give a song before
say it down to
I
that
leave
camera.
you.
Go on, do a little song. Go on, straight down that camera.
This is an old Buck Owens number. Some of you in the audience might remember the lyrics. Are we ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Hold himself in.
Oh, you and see this is, by the way. You were only fooling while I was falling in love. It's a story as old as Adam and Eve, 'cause I was making love while you were making believe. Oh, you lied, you lied to me.
We hope you're
with all
enjoying
them kisses that I've tried to stop dreaming now. But baby, you were only fooling me while I was falling in love. Good night and God bless.
All the best
our
from John
readers.
Francis Guy McCoy. Thank you very much.
Good
We're going to
night,
head
God
to
bless.
a quick break. We'll see you all soon with our next section.
Stick to the jokes.
What am I on? Episode 7?
Episode 8.
8?
episode 8.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Carter Couch episode number 8 live from the tour bus. Sadly, we don't have Karen with us this week, so we don't have a Karen's Conundrum, but on tour with us in Liverpool we have 3 fabulous fiddlers. So I've came up with a brand new section for this week's Carter Couch and it's called Fiddle Me an Impersonation. Okay? These 3 fiddle players that we have with us here, they all believe that they are very good at doing an impersonation. Okay, we have Patrick Bell. Round of applause for Patrick Bell. We have Miss Tara Howley, who you've already met on the episode. And we have from Kjol, Mr. Jay O'Sullivan, all the way from Wexford, who has joined us. Jay, thank you very much for joining us on the Carter Couch.
Thanks for having me.
So we've got 3 impressions. Have we got all the impressions ready? Okay, right. We're going to start with Patrick Bell. Patrick, who is your impression going to be?
My impression is Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. Okay.
Marge, yeah.
Patrick, take it away.
Hey, homie. You ain't doing this again, Homer. Homie.
That's very good.
That's very good.
Round of applause,
Thank you very much.
Patrick.
Thank
How
you
did you
very
find
much.
out you could do that?
I don't know. I just always.
Do you watch
liked
a lot of
Marge.
Simpsons?
I was a big Simpsons fan growing up. Yeah.
Happy days. That's really good. I'll
you very
give that
much,
a
Jake.
strong 8 out of 10.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Thank you so much.
Right, Miss Tara Howley, who's your impression? What fiddle me up your impression are you going to do?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
Patrick, have you watched Mrs. Doubtfire?
No.
Have you ever heard of it?
A brilliant movie.
What year
Is
was
it?
Mrs. Doubtfire out?
Jeez, I don't know.
2000 and...
No, I think it was in the 90s.
Was it late 90s?
Is it earlier?
I think it was late 90s.
Oh, I take it back.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
What year were you born, Patrick?
2006.
Okay,
Mother
fair enough.
of
Right, you
God.
have to go and watch Mrs. Doubtfire, okay?
Oh, you have to
Tara's
watch
gonna
it.
find- It's
Right.
really, really
We'll
good.
take a bet on what year it was.
The best joke ever. It was the drink that killed him. Oh, was he an alcoholic? No, he was hit by a Guinness truck.
1993.
1993.
Jeez, I was way
1993.
off. Right,
Yeah.
Tara, take it away.
Okay. Oh, hello, dear. You for Janae doubt for you, dear. I'm a hip hop granny that likes to hip hop, bip bop, shop till you drop, and you make a wicked cup of cocoa. Help us on the way, dear.
Very good.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Very good.
Can I ask as well, right? You also did an impression of Father Dougal Maguire the other day. Can you do it to the camera, please? Because it's not just the voice though; it's the actual actions.
I'm
Go
gonna
on.
have to move as well.
Okay. Crouch down. That camera might not get you.
Okay, Ted. I'll make the tea, and you take her bra off.
Brilliant.
Very
That's
good.
a quote
good.
as well,
Perfect,
by the
very
way.
good.
That's a quote
Right,
from
and
one of
this
the
man
episodes.
beside me now, I've known him for a good few years, and he does one of the best Peter Griffin impersonations or impressions, both the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same
that
thing,
I've ever heard. Right, Jay. Take it
Yeah,
away.
so we're here in Liverpool. Yeah, we're going to play a gig tonight. Yeah, me and Quagmire. Oh, God, Lois. Oh, my God. So, tonight's going to be an awesome concert. Yeah, we're hoping to see you all there. Yeah.
Mr. J. O'Sullivan, everybody. Thank you so much. Did you do any other impressions?
Oh, I don't know. No, probably not for this
Not as
podcast.
good. Not as
That
good.
is unbelievable.
Right, thank you so much for joining us for our brand new section, Fiddle Me an Impression. Give a round of applause to all of our fiddle players. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back very shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Carter Couch live from our tour bus. We are now going to have our Carter Council, where we take your life's problems or your struggles or your relationship qualms or whatever it may be, and we give you our completely professional, unsolicited advice. We have some special guests with us here for our Cards Council. We have Mr. Keelan Kelly, giving us the male point of view. We have Miss Tara Howley, giving us the lovely female point of view, and we have Mr. Patrick Bell, who is giving us the young point of view.
Yes, indeed.
18-year-old.
18 years of age, born
correct.
2006, and he did go and buy himself a dermaplaner to shave his face
Just for this podcast.
because he got
Have
his
to be looking my best.
cutthroat razor confiscated at the airport. Please don't bring any dangerous weapons on the tour bus in the future, thank you. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Right, so first up we have Jay from Wexford, who has wrote in to say, "Hi guys, can you please have a word with my girlfriend? We are together 6 months now, and every Friday we have a date night in mind. We order takeaway And every afternoon we have the exact same argument. What do you want for dinner? I don't mind, you choose. What about pizza? I don't feel like pizza. Chinese? We had that last week. Indian? I don't like Indian, and so on. Why do they always say I don't mind but then don't want what you suggest? This annoys me so much more than it should. Anyway, I love the podcast and thanks for letting me vent. What do we think? This happens with me and Karen.
It happens with everybody
all the time.
I think that's just a standard couple argument, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Do you know
It
what
happens.
I mean?
You're the same as well, in fairness.
With what?
You just want Chinese. That's all you ever eat.
Well, I just like Chinese.
Anytime there's another suggestion, it's like, oh, we'll just get chow mein.
It's just the simple.
Do you know the best bit of advice for this, I think, is say to them, guess what we're having for dinner? And then whatever their first answer is, it's what they want.
Don't even just figure out what they like from each, Chinese takeaway or Indian or whatever, and just get it for them, and then just say, I have an Indian on the way.
Yeah.
Just be done with
Or
it.
have a surprise.
What's the female take on it?
Like, if they were like, oh, I'm cooking dinner this evening, it's a surprise, but you're going to like it. Because then you're gonna feel good
So
that
don't
they've cooked
offer
you a
them the
meal.
suggestion in
No,
the first place.
because if someone says to you like, "Oh, I'm gonna have I've dinner on," like that's a love language, isn't it? Like if someone says, "I've dinner on," like it doesn't matter what it is.
Some people
then.
are shy at cooking.
Yeah, but it's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
It's the effort.
Exactly,
Even if
yeah.
it's a spaghetti bolognese, you're kind of like, actually, do you know what? That was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
fair enough.
then like,
There's no hassle then.
there's no hassle.
Yeah.
Exactly. Once you know
Zero
they like
hassle.
spaghetti bolognese,
Mm.
but have
Would
like
you,
a little.
if I said to you now, we're gonna have takeaway, what do you want? What would you reply?
Well, I always have Asian food, so
Okay.
I'll never not want Asian food ever.
Yeah,
so
me
you're
too.
never like to your boyfriend, oh, I don't want that.
No, ever.
Okay.
Once I choose,
Maybe there's another side of the story if we ask him.
no, don't I know?
What's your advice on it, Patrick, as a young 18-year-old?
I suffer the same problem myself.
Does it happen with you, does it?
It does, yeah. So what happens with me is
All my life.
I'll say to my girlfriend, right,
You've had a tough life.
I'm going into the shop, what do you want? And she says, surprise me.
Oh, that annoys me as
Oh,
well.
I love that.
What I do is then I'll go in, get what I think she likes, and then I come back out. Oh, why did you get me that? I don't like that. I'm like, for
This happens all the
sake,
time.
like.
Or the other one is, right, when you go to the shop and they say, I don't want anything. And then you go to the shop,
They
get fuel, and you
always
bring back a
want
bar of
something.
chocolate. It's
Yeah.
like, why didn't you get me anything?
They're
Exactly, yeah.
always
I have
want
that
something.
problem.
Karen, you said you didn't want anything.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but they're just saying no, thank
Or
you.
you said, oh, I'm being good. And then you go to the shop and it's like, why didn't you get me something?
You always get something, even if it's a little Happy Hippo pack of jelly tots.
Okay. Right,
Jelly
what's our
tots?
advice to
I've got
Jay
them in
then? I
years.
think, to be honest,
They're
Jay,
lovely.
you need to just take her for an actual meal. Because by the sound of it, a takeaway every Friday, splash out a bit.
Or
she
then,
might-
and then
she might be
actually, you can
thankful.
even have the conversation and go, do you know what? How about if we cook? How about if we, like this week, let's cook, one of us,
Yeah.
and then you have the whole week to prepare something, to plan something.
True. True.
There's loads of recipe books out there.
We are going to move on because we've got a couple of Carter councils this week. We have Laura, who has sent us an email asking her advice on dating in this era. Oh. She says, I used to use Plenty of Fish, that's showing your age there, and different apps in the past, but I still believe in the good
Fish?
old-fashioned
What's that?
meeting someone
Dating
in a
apps like
pub.
Tinder.
I think it's like the old Tinder, isn't it?
I think it was one of the first ones,
Never
wasn't
heard
it?
of
or
that.
something?
Yeah. So she still believes in meeting someone in a pub or asking someone out in a coffee shop. In most cases, however, it's the masculine that approaches the feminine. But has this changed now? Is Tinder the way to go for women? Is it a turn off or a turn on if a woman approaches the man?
We should be asking Sean
Can
this.
you please discuss? Well, we're all
Sean.
we're all in relationships other than Nathan. So, what's your advice on this?
On if women should.
If a woman comes up to you, is that a turn on or a turn off?
It should be allowed. It's
Should be. I
it's
think
Would you be turned on or turned off,
2024.
Keelan?
Like
if a girl came up to me,
Yeah.
I think that's
completely normal.
the right thing to do. Well, not
Yeah.
the right thing to do. It's normal. Yeah, it's not like.
It's not right or
I think
wrong.
this
It's
day, at this
50-50,
day and
yeah.
age, I don't think it's like, oh, well, the man should always be the one to approach.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She's not saying it turns her off. She's saying, is it though? Is it a turn on or a turn
No,
off?
it's not. I don't think so. No.
No. Patrick, what's your take on it? How did you meet your girlfriend, Patrick?
I met her in a nightclub. I
Oh.
was 15.
What were you doing in a nightclub
Teenage
at
nightclub
15?
as well.
Get in with my fake ID.
Oh, Patrick Bell!
The
Do not
beans, the
disclose
beans
that
have been spilled.
information. Oh.
But no, I went up to her.
Oh.
And she ran away from me.
What was your chat? Oh.
Don't blame her.
What did you say? What was your chat up line?
I just said, you look mighty fine tonight.
Oh.
Oh, that's really sweet.
It was? And did it work?
It worked.
Oh.
It worked.
How long are you together now?
2.5 years going strong.
That's lovely, you see?
And you still say to her, you look
There's
mighty
some
fine.
wedding bells on the way.
That's lovely,
There,
though.
Patrick Bell.
Patrick wedding bells.
Oi, oi. So we think it's a turn on then. And what about nowadays though? I get that there's kind of this thing of years ago men were just, a lot of men, the stereotypical thing was to go up and ask the girl out at the bar or wherever you are. But nowadays some girls don't want to be talked to and they feel that that's too much. So if you flip it the other way around, is that still allowed? Where's the borderline? Do you know what I mean? Some girls would feel threatened by that, or would be like, no, I don't like that.
I think this day and age, with all the apps and stuff, I don't think anybody's really approaching anybody in nightclubs anymore. You're kind of hoping to, like, if you see them on a night out,
just swipe,
and hopefully you come
Or
across
just
them or
get
something.
their name and then go on Instagram.
Did anyone here ever use
something like
Tinder?
that.
We should have Sean here.
No.
Did you use Tinder?
Yeah.
I met my girlfriend on Hinge.
And how did you start though? Did you just send her a text then?
Yeah, so we matched and just sent her a message, and the rest is history, as they say.
Oh, how long are you together now?
A year tomorrow.
Wow, how cute. That's lovely.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. What are you going to do for your anniversary when you get off the tour?
Funny story.
He's going to ask her what she wants for dinner.
I was on the phone to her literally there half an hour ago, and she said, I've the evening planned. She's like, I'm going to have dinner cooked and all that kind of crack. So
See, told you.
we're going to sit in.
That's nice. You're going to have to buy her a present now.
No, I'm not.
You
And
will.
it's a year tomorrow since Donna and I went on our date. So.
No.
Jeez.
See,
There you go. You should double date.
November was a great month last year.
I'm telling you.
Right, we've one final story for our Carter Council. This is from Killian in Dublin, and it's to do with his mother's cooking. He says that she's just recently started a cooking course and thinks that she is absolutely amazing. However, in his words, she is shite. How do I tell her politely that she should give up the dreams of becoming the next Gordon Ramsay? That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Well, in fairness,
I don't think she's trying to be Gordon Ramsay, though.
our
She's
mum
probably
could
just
never
a little
cook as well.
happy
She
hobby.
wasn't great.
But
I
she
don't-
admits it though.
Yeah, I think if she really likes cooking, you can't crush
No,
her
it's
dreams.
a hobby. It's a hobby as well.
Why
you don't have to eat
well,
the
for
food.
Christmas you could get a cookery lessons. That's what I would
No,
do.
she's already started the cooking course.
Well, she needs more
Yeah,
lessons.
maybe she's chose the wrong course.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I don't know what to say there. I think the best bit of advice would be maybe if you become really good at cooking as well and just help her.
Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of giving out, you can't be giving out to your ma, can you?
I would just give her time. Like,
Yeah.
my grandad always says, waiting time is not wasted time. So I think we can.
What is it?
Waiting time is not wasted time.
Waiting time?
Waiting.
Waiting.
Oh, waiting time.
So,
That's a lovely phrase.
yeah. So my advice would be just wait it out.
Oh, that's really pure.
Patrick, you're very what's the word? Philosophical.
Very
I think
deep.
so.
I think, yeah.
Just wait. Be patient. The time will come. And yeah. That's fine.
And
That's brilliant, Patrick.
That's
Can you
actually
cook,
very
Patrick?
nice.
No, I can't cook.
No. Do you not cook at all?
No.
What?
Does your girlfriend cook?
No.
So what do you
So
do?
what do you do
Mommy.
when you're...
Does your ma still cook for you
My
every
ma
day?
still cooks for me. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. My dad
Patrick.
can't cook either.
Oh, that's fair enough. When I was 18, Mum was still cooking.
Yeah. My ma is
Well, in
your
fairness,
mum's
cooks,
name?
cleans. Bridget.
Bridget.
Go on, Bridget.
Good woman.
Yeah.
well, in
One
fairness,
off the house.
when I was 18, we lived together, and neither of us could cook. I only
Nope.
started cooking when I met Karen. You still can't cook. Nathan cooked us
I'm
dinner
horrendous.
a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, and it was like stir fry, but there was like pasta in it, and sweet corn, and red onion, and
Sweet
mince,
corn.
and it was absolutely, it was disgusting. Like, it was absolutely disgusting. Let's leave the
I'll
sweet
teach you how to
corn
cook.
story elsewhere.
Yeah, that's
Can
never
you
been
cook,
talked about.
Tara?
Yeah, I love cooking.
Did you ever do any cooking classes or anything?
No, but I just always loved it. My
Right.
dad's an amazing cook.
Is he?
Yeah, brilliant. Mom barely
He's very
cooks.
good at a lot of things.
He
like
is,
he's a
yeah, he loves cooking.
he's a
And
good dancer, is he?
Every year he did a Christmas dinner. Oh, it still does. Yeah, very good dancer.
What's
So
your
I learned
favourite
how
thing to
dance.
cook?
I love spicy food.
Okay.
So curries.
Anything with a bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, curries. I also like doing like a really good bolognese.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
What spices do you put in your bolognese?
Okay, so there's different chilies you can get. So there's chilies that I get in the health food store in the Olive Tree.
And that's all we have time for on this week's. No, sorry, keep going. Go on.
Anything spicy, I make any dish spicy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
lovely.
love salmon and rice done nice, and
Salmon
yeah.
and rice done nice. There's the name of your cookbook.
yeah,
Sorted.
salmon and rice. And
So I think we
lads.
should just tell Killian, maybe go easy on your ma. because she's
Yeah.
going to take that to heart if she really is into cooking.
And she
she's not
probably
gonna-
enjoys it too.
She'll not feed him again if he.
Well, he will not get
You know,
fed, yeah.
he'll not get fed.
True.
Need to be careful with that.
Just leave
kind
the
of
salt and
thing.
pepper out.
No, you need to add it. That's when
Yeah.
cooking's terrible. It just needs a bit of flavour. Like,
Bit
you
of
know what I
salt.
mean? Bit of salt.
Ketchup.
Tara sorts most
Ketchup.
things, doesn't it?
Yeah, just
Especially
get a takeaway.
like Weetabix and stuff. Stick a bit of
Or
salt on.
scones.
Oh, scones.
Yeah.
What?
Salt?
You can't have scones
Yeah.
with your curry.
I always put salt in my scones.
Really?
I'm taking the
I-
piss.
Some people like savoury scones.
Yeah, but then look at like the chocolate with salt and caramel. Do you know?
Salted dark chocolate.
Yeah.
That's the best. The limp one is unreal.
Never had it.
JP loves it.
So nice, so nice. Right, that's all we have time for on this week's Carter Couch. Thank you so much to listen. A big thank you to all of our special guests.
Oh, hey.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week with our episode number 9 of the Carter Couch, and we won't be on the tour bus, sadly. But thank you so much for joining us. It's been slightly different. We hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you all soon.
All the
Thank
best.
you. Bye-bye. We want to say a massive thank you to Brian, our producer, and if you want to send us anything into the Carter Couch, then you could get us at thecartercouch@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media at the Carter Couch. And don't forget to follow us and subscribe on all of our channels, and we'll see you all soon.
That's all. This is Tara Howley reporting from the Carter Couch in Leeds.